Hello, good afternoon and good evening and good morning somewhere out there in the world. My apologies for coming in slightly late. There were some delays and making sure that I got here, but I am here. This is Real Talk with E.V.E, and it is a beautiful day here on this beautiful Saturday. And why do I always say it's a beautiful day? Because we make it so. You, the audience, and myself, we make it beautiful. And so I am here in the comfort of my own home, your home. Mi casa es tu casa. Y pues aquí tengo información para darle. So I want to talk to you, and I'm actually want to add to what I just spoke on earlier this morning. Some of you may know that I am on Nuestra Comunidad NWI, and that's Northwest Community, Noroeste de Indiana, que es NWI. That's what it stands for. And I know that sometimes I got to take my glasses off, sometimes I don't. Depends on what I'm looking at, right? So I'm going to keep my glasses for this show. And of course, we're going to have some experts coming on. We're going to keep going with the financial literacy that is so important to continue to have and offer here to the community. But I want to add to what I was talking about earlier on the radio with my co host and whomever the audience was this morning. And that is uh, the things that our children are exposed to. Um, they're exposed to so many things more than when I was a child. I go back from the late 60s, and I'm not ashamed to give you my age at all. I'm 54 years young, and I feel good. I don't know what a 54-year-old should feel like or not. Age is only a number, and you're only as old or as young as you feel, right? And of course, I feel young, even though sometimes, um, sometimes the body tells you differently that you're feeling different. It just so happens that things do take place as you get older. If you don't exercise, if you don't eat right, things do happen, right? So age is only a number. And I'm speaking to you as a parent, as a single mom today. I raised two beautiful kids. They're adults. They both are married and into their own thing. And I'm going to tell you what I know, what I've done, what I've been through, and not something that I read somewhere else. And so I want to thank everybody that's watching live here on social media, which is my LinkedIn families, and also my Facebook page and my YouTube channel. And I thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel and also for following me on social media. I do have a TikTok. Somehow I accidentally ended up with two TikTok pages. I think what happened was when I got a new phone, I caught myself trying to log in and somehow I ended up starting a new one. Anyway, I'm just here to encourage you, to motivate you, and inspire you, and to give you some love. And many kids are looking for love in all the wrong places. And we were talking about who should be responsible for what our kids learn or not learn, as in manners, respect, responsibility, accountability, leading by example. And so we were talking about these beautiful devices. They can work for the good and sometimes for the not so good, because of what we do in these devices really either will help us or hurt us. That cyberbullying is so big, so prevalent, that as a parent, we have the right, parents, you have the right to censor, to put parental settings, guidelines, blocking things for your younger children. Now, if they are 12 years old, they have no business being on social media. It's your prerogative what you want to do with your children and how you want to raise them. But you want to raise them to become good, abiding citizens, and not so much kids that are in trouble. I'm not saying that you can always avoid having a child stay out of trouble. It doesn't happen like that. We don't live in a perfect world, and we don't have perfect children. Neither do we have perfect parents. But when you don't know something, you can always find out on YouTube or Google. When in doubt, Google it, YouTube it. There's a lot of things that I still don't know how to do. I'm learning through YouTube. I ask, you have not because you've asked not. So I ask, how do you do XYZ? What do you do when this happens? Or, how do I use this social media platform for my own good, right? How do I record? How do I save? Um, Whatever the question is, just Google it. I mean, it actually teaches you. It's like a tutorial. So I want to say, first of all, thank you for joining us, and joining me here in this. I won't say new show because Real Talk with EVE is not a new show. It was on a different platform. So I'm bringing it to social media now. It'll eventually come back to a TV station, TV channel. So thank you for being here with me. And I'm going to be brief. I do not have a guest today, but I felt that it's important to talk about this issue that is so prevalent, and that is what our kids are doing or not doing on their devices. As a school board member, I love to see our kids excel, learn, and not be misguided by their devices. There are some schools where they allow the students to have their cell phones. To me, is a distraction because they could be on social media and they're not paying attention, or they could be cheating. You know, when in doubt, you Google it. So if they don't know the answer, they can Google it. So I really don't think that or believe that cell phones should be in a classroom. Now, it can actually help someone in case of an emergency, but the teachers have their cell phones. And speaking of, I don't agree with teachers having their cell phone and being on it. What do you think? You can comment, and if I don't see your comment now, I can always replay and or see your comment and respond to it. You can always reach me at eve at ethereallifestyle.com if there's something that you'd like for us to do research on and put the story out there on the magazine. And I'm here to talk about real talk with real issues with real people. And this is a big issue that's been taking place for a long time. I believe since the social media came out and Facebook, and now we got the cyberbullying. Now we have kids bullying others through these platforms. But parent, I encourage you, if you don't know social media, you take a class on it or you YouTube it about it and how to block some settings or put on some settings where you tell the child what they can watch and what they can't watch. You can actually set that up. In case you didn't know, you can actually set that up. And it is your responsibility as a parent to watch what your child is doing. Now, I'm not saying that every parent will know, or we as parents know everything our children are doing. Now, if they're in the room a lot, go in unannounced. Yeah, knock on the door, but go in. I mean, I wasn't one to always knock on the door, but if you're feeling that your child is into something or doing something, then you need to really watch what they're doing. And I'm not saying to be overbearing and to be overprotected, but to be safe and to know that your child is in a safe place. And when I mean a safe place, I'm talking about their device, their laptop, their cell phone, their tablet, whatever. Are they safe? Do you know who they're talking to? Are they up at 1 in the morning? There are settings on your computer and your television. If you got a smart TV, go to the parental control button for setting, and you can set where they cannot watch anything that's for 12 years old or 14 years or older if you have younger kids. It is your right, your duty, your responsibility as a parent to watch what they do or not do. I was talking about this earlier on the radio, and I said, as a parent, if your child is not um, present, sorry, present in the school and is not there on time, then they will call a truancy officer. They'll bring you to court. Okay, because I've seen it. They'll bring you to court. And it's not good, right? They bring it to your attention. The judge brings it to your attention. But then, my question is, well, for that is okay, but what are we teaching our kids in the schools? That it's okay to be on social media while your substitute teacher is there doing that? Not. That is not okay. I'm so against it as a board member. That is a no-no. You're getting paid to be there to supervise the students, to make sure that they're doing their homework, or if they need assistance, you're there as a substitute. You should not be there on social media. I have witnessed it, so I know that what some teachers and or substitute teachers do, and so that leaves a lot to be desired. That tells you a lot about people or not. So I just want to touch base on these important points that you may or may not know as a parent. Now, I'm not saying that you should be the smartest because I don't know everything. I'm ignorant on some technology. I'm not an IT person and don't claim to be either. But if I don't know, I'm going to find someone that does. I'm going to Google it or I'm going to YouTube it. And so that this is something that you as a parent really need to think about. We can't rely on the teacher for everything. We have to do our own research as a parent. We have to be there with our student and sit there and do the homework, get a tutor, whatever it takes. Do it because we are there to help our children succeed in life. And as a parent, that is our utmost priority. Not to say that we don't have a life, not to say that we shouldn't do things on our own and live as an adult. That's not what I'm saying. There's a time and place for everything. I'm not one to say that I was a perfect parent because I was not. I am not. But we learn. We live and learn from our mistakes. And if there's something that our children need, always heed to the attention of the administration, your counselor, your principal. I mean, the bottom line is we need to communicate when our children are going through things and not play the blinded eye. Um, there's a lot of cases that are coming out of the woodwork because of the pandemic, where our children and including adults are now feeling more depressed, more down. Their self-esteem is low. They don't feel good about themselves. They don't look good in their eyes. So as I always tell the teenagers and adults, if there's something that you don't like about you, change it, work on it. If I feel like I'm overweight, I know I got to watch what I'm eating. I got to watch what I'm doing or not. I sit a lot. I drive a lot. I can drive for 2, 3 hours on one assignment, one job assignment. And when do I stand up? When do I walk? Right. So we got to try to put in our steps. We got to try to really help teach more than anything our children how to eat healthier. Our kids are our children and we are the adults. So we need to let them know we are the adults. What's happening now is a lot of kids they don't fear anything or anyone, not even their parents. And what happened to honor thy mother and father, right? So we really have to pay attention to those things, pay attention to those signs, get help when needed. Don't let your pride get in the way. Don't let your ego get in the way because it's not going to help you succeed in life and be better. And you got to know better to do better, right? So we got to always continue to learn. As I tell your students, your children, leaders never stop learning. On the contrary, we learn something new every single day. So this was just going to be a short show today. Stay tuned for this coming Wednesday. We're going to have financial literacy because we sometimes don't know what to do with our money. I was mentioning earlier that the gas prices are actually gone down under $3. Yay! Woo, woo. They're under $3. And so what are we doing with now the difference that we were paying? Because if it was 3.89, we would find the money somewhere to pay 3.89 a gallon and fill up our tank, right? So now that it's not, what are we doing with the difference? So that's money being put back in your pocket. So let's learn about the rule of 72. Let's learn about how to invest our money, learn how to protect our money, how to save money, and how money works. So stay tuned for this coming Wednesday at Lunch and Learn. And of course, this show, Real Talk with E.V.E., so long as the Lord is wills it, and my profession does not get in the way as an interpreter, because there's been a lot of cases where have been coming up at the last minute, and either I take it or don't take it, and I'm there to help people because they don't speak the language doesn't mean that they should not understand what is happening in their life. And so We're going to bring in a lot of information. I'm all about solutions, people. If I'm going to talk about it, I'm going to be about it. And I'm here to help and bring in guests that are going to help you en inglés y en español. Este programa va a ser completamente bilingüe, ya sea un show en español, otro show en inglés, como se pueda, como se necesite para ayudar a nuestra gente. Yo como madre soltera estoy aquí para decirles lo que yo he aprendido, lo que yo he sabido de la vida. No estoy aquí para existir, estoy aquí para vivir y gozar de la vida que Dios me dio, pero más que nada para darle sabiduría de las cosas que me han pasado a mí personalmente y profesionalmente también, y de las cosas que Dios me ha dado la oportunidad de ver y de ser testigo. Y pues muchas cosas me he dado cuenta de lo que pasa en la comunidad y estoy aquí para traer soluciones, para ayudar a mi gente, porque yo amo a todos. I love everybody. I don't know how to hate, don't want to start even learning how to hate, right? So stay tuned for this coming Wednesday. I'm out of here, guys. I was just here for a few minutes, 15 minutes. The show is a 30-minute long, but I know that sometimes the topic, the information is so good that we extend it a little longer. But thank you for joining me here at Real Talk with E.V.E. And we'll be back next time. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And know that life is what you make of it. So they hand you lemons. Guess what? Make some lemonade. And on that, I'll see you next time. Take care. Nos vemos. Hasta la próxima. Cuídense. Till next time. Yay. Let's make the best of it. All right, people? Be safe. Be blessed. Peace.